Welcome to our 100th episode! The Film Crew Review Frozen 2? Just a quick warning at the beginning, this is not a children's podcast. We are two grown men and one small elf, and we will probably swear a whole bunch. Anyway, thank you. Enjoy.
Hey team, Angus Strachan here, and welcome to the Film Slice Podcast. I'm here, as always, with my co-host, Kane Diggly Wiggly Kane Dogs.
Thank you.
And the man normally known as Bro Diddly Doo Broadman Riches, but this week he is known as...
The sun, because it melts all the fucking snow.
The sun.
The sun.
That's not
I'm proud
aggressive
of you.
at all.
I'm proud of you, son.
That's right, we are reviewing Frozen 2, and it is also our 100th episode.
Congratulations,
We've
boys.
made it into triple digits. We tripled ourselves, guys. Well done.
We've all tripled ourselves.
Oh, yeah. All right, Frozen 2, K-Dogs, IMDb.
IMDb summary.
Did you guys think we'd make it to 100 episodes when we started this venture? Or did you think we'd get about 6 episodes in and then one of us would be too busy?
I don't know why, because mathematically it doesn't make sense, but I thought we'd get to 100 sooner.
So we double up on something.
Man, I hope we... I was kind of hoping we were going to end at 99.
I also thought we were going to make it to 100 just because I thought you'd count wrong and we just do it prematurely.
Look, it's not the first time
It's entirely possible that we're doing this prematurely.
We've done 100, and here's to another 2 before I quit.
You're in Star Wars and you're out.
Yeah.
All right. Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven leave Arendelle to travel to an ancient, autumn-bound forest of an enchanted land. They set out to find the origin of Elsa's powers in order to save their kingdom.
Autumn-bound forest? As in autumn's coming?
As in they're bound to being...
It's kind of less cool than winter's coming.
Bound to being in autumn.
Oh, it's bound.
It's bound to be autumn.
Right. So it's autumn forever.
It's autumn bound.
So, when did you see the movie and what did you think?
When did you see the movie? What did you think? Do you like the movie? None of the shit. When did you see the movie and what did you think? Is Brody gonna throw knives at Jordan again?
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. Oh, and there's a thing of plastic cutlery next to him, too. Standing over here with that.
I guess we'll see.
I saw the movie Saturday night.
Well done. Good job.
Thank you. And it was fine. Look, I didn't love it. I do genuinely think the first movie is okay. I think it suffers from people saying it's the best, and because of that, you immediately contrast that with not being the best. I think it's fine. This one, not as good as that one, but I still had some fun with it. But my favourite part was just knowing that Brody had to see it. And every time anything happened, anytime anything happened, my brain went, oh, I'm sitting through this, and I'm not a fan. But Brody's also sitting through this.
You know
I'm a fan of that.
I would watch a live stream of Brody, watching
Frozen. Yeah.
My favourite part is I didn't see it. Because I pulled a Jordan, and I was like, fuck this. I'm never fucking seeing this piece of shit ever in my entire life. And then I was just like, haha, they have to go see this fucking piece of shit movie, and I'm not fucking seeing it, dickhead.
So, when I did this, I at least watched a different film. So what did you go and see?
I went and grabbed a bunch of ice cubes, put it in a bucket so I can throw at you in the next segment.
Please tell me this.
Oh, that's on the fridge, man.
So did you not see anything then?
Nah.
I saw another film at least.
I watched episode 4 of The Mandalorian. I could talk about that.
I saw the first 3 episodes over the weekend. They're real good.
Fuck seeing this piece of shit, guys.
So just to be clear, for our 100th episode, you didn't see the movie.
That is correct. I'm never fucking seeing Frozen 1, 2, 3, however many they fucking make ever in my entire life.
Oh, why? Can I ask why you hate it?
Because, okay, so if you haven't heard the story before, I don't like Disney movies. When I say Disney movies, I'm talking about, when you think of Disney movies, you think of...
Cartoon musicals.
Yeah, I don't like them because when I was a kid, my brother used to watch Aladdin and The Lion King on repeat. So he used to watch Aladdin, then he would rewind it with VHS, I'm fucking old now. And then he would watch it again, he would rewind it, and then he would watch it again. And because I was a younger brother, I didn't really have a choice in the matter. And so he did that for like the first probably 7 years of my life. And so the Aladdin and the Lion King are burned into my brain, into my memory. And so I hate movies like that. And like any movie like that,
you've discontinued the entire genre.
The entire genre, I hate them.
Wow.
It's also why I generally do not like musicals, because I just fucking hate when people just walk and then they just start singing for no fucking reason. I hate it so much.
I mean, that's the genre.
Like, okay, there are some musicals where yeah, it's fun. I like the Sound of Music. I used to love that as a kid. But the rest are fucking pointless.
So just to be clear, Sound of Musical's okay. The rest is shit.
Yeah, the rest is shit.
All right. What's annoying is I'm aware that Brody, whenever Brody's aware that he doesn't have something for a segment, he usually substitutes it just by doing something to me. So for every segment, I have a feeling I'm gonna have the shit kicked out of me.
Ice cubes in a bucket.
I guess I'd like, before we go on, I'd like to let's rewind a bit and say it's my 100th episode, and you two are both on 99.
Yeah.
So
that's fair. That's
celebration to me. Congratulations, me. Thanks,
I'm
guys.
making a fucking cake next week.
Star Wars 100th episode.
And only I'm allowed to eat it. Oh, Jordan can eat as well.
Oh, what?
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, fuck you,
Yeah,
Angus.
Okay,
so, fuck you, Angus.
I don't know why we're angry with you now.
I'm the only one that's
Brody
made
in total
good on
agreement
this
at every
podcast.
point. Me and Brody are besties now.
You know what? This is our last episode ever. You guys are never making it to 100.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, cool.
John, you
Anyway,
want to start a
that's-
rival podcast?
that's
Yeah,
it.
let's do you want to run a rap.
I guess.
Angus, when did you see the movie? What did you think?
I saw the movie last night.
Oh, nice.
And I agree, it wasn't as good as the first one, but I think it was still a fun time.
It was serviceable.
Yeah, it was a fun
fine.
time. Lads, you know how every week I put up on Instagram without fail, because I'm the best podcaster here. I ask our slicers out there, our beautiful audience, what they thought of the film, whether they've seen it or not, and normally no one replies. Well, guess bloody what?
No one replied.
What? You got 4 replies?
We got 4 replies.
Are they all from Brody?
No, none of them from Brody.
Are they all...
We've got Hooverman 91.
Yep, alright.
He says,
They're all from Brody.
what did the snowman say to the princess?
I smell carrot.
Not.filmsless.host.
Doesn't make sense.
Replying to at Hooverman91, I wish we were in a good fucking movie for once. Hooverman91 says at not.filmsless.host. Then the princess said, let it go. Relevant. Not.filmsless.host replied to Hooverman91 says, then the snowman killed himself by putting his head in the microwave and putting it on the popcorn setting.
Man.
Interesting little tidbit for you, Brody. And this snowman is sunproof because he's magic.
That is true, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you...
Is he microwave proof? No! You dickhead!
Actually, there is a microwave scene in... you obviously don't know.
Yeah,
because you haven't seen it.
There
is a microwave scene. But spoilers, we'll get into it. Yeah. We're up to Facebook. Anyone hit you up on Facey Diggity? That's it from Instagram, by the way.
I've only got one comment from Elise, and it says, it was alright. The singing reindeer made me feel weird, but the little squishy fire lizard made up for that. Bro, you really missed out, man. It was a great film.
No, I'm fucking
If
glad.
none of that doesn't make you jealous.
I'm glad that I did not see this.
Broadman. Last week, I know you did something. What are we doing this week?
This week, I was genuinely going to throw ice at Jordan, but we didn't have enough ice trays. So you're lucky. But next week, who knows? Might buy some more ice trays.
Might throw a lightsaber at you.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
Thanks for
man.
that. Thanks for the suggestion.
It's going to throw Star Wars.
Tune in next week where we throw lightsabers at Jordan. Not for a bit. just generally want
Just
to.
throughout the podcast. Oh, well,
Sweet, alright, I guess
good
we're
job,
going to
Brody.
move on then. Thanks a lot for your contribution once again.
You're welcome.
Would you recommend it? Who would you recommend it to? Cane Dogs.
Yeah, look, kids.
Yeah?
I mean, look, if you're someone that enjoys Frozen, you'll enjoy this. If your kids enjoy Frozen, they'll enjoy this. And
Yeah.
if your kids enjoy any other animated film, they'll enjoy this.
I don't think just kids. I think anyone who enjoyed the first one.
Anyone who enjoys
Disney
Frozen
movies
will
in
enjoy
general,
this, I think.
I really enjoy Disney movies and I had a good fun time with this. It's not as good as the first one, but it's not as worse
not as bad
as
as people
some
are
of the
saying.
other Disney sequels that are out there.
Oh, God,
I think because I went to see this with my sister
Wreck-It Ralph
and
2.
another mate, and we were having a conversation what the best Disney film sequel was, and we couldn't really come up with one because they're all pretty rubbish. So this one stands.
Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2, yeah, I was going to say.
So that's Disney Pixar, so we didn't put that in because it's not like, as Brody said, your classic Disney film, you know?
I see.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool. Thanks for that. Thanks for that conversation.
I feel shut down. I was very...
You feel shut down.
Shut up, Angus.
You feel shut down.
What's the next part of the podcast?
The next part of the podcast. I guess we go into spoilers.
Great.
For what it's worth.
Great, I'll see you there.
Thanks for your input, everyone.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Oh, what a cool sound effect, Angus.
All right, we're in the spoiler section where I dissect and divulge everything about the film. You've been warned, Broadman. Probably don't want to listen to this, just in case you do want to see this film.
Don't give a shit.
So,
Never going to see it my entire life. I'm going to make it a mission to never see it like I did with the first one.
It's also going to be my mission from now on to showboating.
Not only have I never seen the first one, I've also never heard the song Let It Go.
Oh, that's much easier to force you to do. One day I'm just going to trap you in a room without anything to block your ears, and I'm just going to
One day I'm going to throw ice cubes at your face.
Yeah, but that feels more like an inevitability, so it's not really a... I don't have a reason to stop now.
Again, we're talking about
Bigger
Frozen 2, the movie.
Thanks for keeping us on track, Angus. We appreciate your work.
Cinema dicks. Anyone got a cinema dick?
Yeah, you two for trying to make me see this film.
Oh, I can't tell you how happy I've been all week knowing that you had to see it.
Can't tell you how happy I am that I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Can't tell you how disappointed I am, really. This podcast just doesn't mean as much to you guys as it does to me.
I saw the movie!
Yeah, but you didn't see the other one, so...
I was going to see Gemini, man. It looked fucking horrible. A guy behind us opened a packet of chips, and he took just the loudest bag of chips I've ever heard. It took about 45 minutes to eat it. Outside of that, nothing.
Cool. So my cinema has undergone renovations, and all of the seats now are the recliner seats.
Nice.
Only problem with that is half of the recliner seats aren't made quite well, and they're made from like not good leather, so it squeaks
made out of just duct tape and foam.
Every time it like rubs against itself, it squeaks. So halfway through the cinema, you just hear it.
That also could be the rats.
Also,
Could be the
potentially rats. Yeah. Yeah, that was the only cinema dick though.
Cinema Saint is I went with Elise, and we weren't exactly sure when we were going to see the film. We're like, yeah, we'll do some shopping, because we weren't sort of shopping center. We're like, and then if there's a session nearby, we'll go and see it. It's about 4:45, and we're like, oh, we'll go look at the session times. There might be like a 5:30 one or something. 4:50. We're like, perfect. So Cinema Saint, just for awkwardly having a 4:50 session that worked out fucking perfect for us.
On timing, I will give another Cinema Saint to my cinema, because there was an 8:40 session, which is the one that we went to.
Yeah,
so
they just smashed one like every 10 minutes.
If you're an adult and you don't want to see it with kids, there's an option. Everyone else is in bed.
I know. I saw this with like every child on the planet. Yeah, it was
excellent. Sweet, most positive thing about the film, diggity.
That's a good
My
question.
favorite was
go first.
Yeah. Okay. My favorite was Christoph's song, which just stopped the movie completely and turned it into one of those 80s love ballads. And like literally think of an 80s love ballad, and that was it. Like he had like a wide shot of him in the corner like punching the air, and then in the opposite corner it was like a close-up of his face singing, and then there was like a Bohemian Rhapsody where he was singing and there were three reindeer doing the Bohemian Rhapsody thing. That was good. The rest, one of the problems that I had with it was that most of the songs sounded the same. They were all kind of ballady. Yeah. Unlike the first one, there were like it was a lot more kind of different genres kind of put in together. But yeah, I really enjoyed that, and cool. the comedy in that moment was good.
I think I'm gonna make my most positive a relatively original story arc. I think it's not someone falling in love with someone else, and it's not just someone needing to be rescued. It was an adventure. Yeah. Which I really enjoyed. It was like they're gonna go into an enchanted forest. They've got like 4 element spirits and a mystery they have to solve. And as a result, even though like there's a lot of very contrived things that happen in this movie and a lot of the endings that you probably will guess, but generally speaking, it's still a storyline that I haven't seen before, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, and again, I guess it's like it's directed for kids.
Yeah, of course. So for them, it's probably the penny won't drop nearly as early as it did for me.
Yeah.
Which was about 4 seconds before the reveal. I was like, oh my God! Yeah. No.
Either that or it is, like, I'd assume it is exciting for kids to guess the plot and get it right. Like, it's still an exciting thing. Yeah. Unlike us who have done it like a million times. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly the same.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, the animation was incredible.
Like Disney smashing that out of the park.
Yeah. Awesome animation.
I really like the sisters' dynamic.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoy seeing that. I enjoyed it in the first movie. I enjoy that these films don't center around a romance. There is a romance that I probably dislike more than anything in these films, but it centers around these two sisters and their sort of friendship, which I really enjoy watching develop and actually unfold a bit more.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
that's probably my other main positive.
Because in the first one, it's the two sisters, but they're not really sisters. Like, they don't really know each other. But in this one, there was a lot more relationship development and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Brody, what was your biggest positive about this
So
movie?
I thought for this segment, Jordan and I could have a battle of wits, but it appears Jordan came unarmed. So
Cool.
yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
Sick one. Sweet, I guess we'll go into the most negative things about the film. Bro, would you like to go first?
Oh, there's stuff I heard about. Yeah, sure. So
Most negative thing about the film.
most negative thing. I don't like that.
I would
pretty
like
much
you to-
every Disney film is like the same thing.
If you
Where
could
it's just
give
like,
us-
there's someone that's like the heir to the throne, and then they're like, they're in a place of power, and it's like, for some reason I'm gonna run away and do some shit, and then they're like, now I'm doing all this shit with random people, and then at the end they're like, it turns out that I just didn't need to run away.
It does seem like you've described every movie ever, though. Like, does
Also,
it being animated?
not really Frozen 2.
Yeah, no.
Frozen 1, definitely. That was Frozen 1. Frozen 2, they're...
Oh, no, I'll give him... No, I will give him that. Because it was Elsa...
She didn't run away.
It was Elsa being like, I'm the queen. And then she's like, no, but I should chase his voice.
Yeah, but she did it to save Arendelle.
Yeah. Like, I'll pay...
Look,
I'll pay that. But, Brody, if you could give us more excuses.
For generic blanket statements, it's a generic blanket statement, but yes, sure.
Yeah.
Bro,
Also,
man.
I'm assuming that because I think I saw a trailer like 17 years ago when the first one came out, that she's got like ice powers or some shit.
Correct.
Okay. Is at any point she like sad and she's got ice powers?
In the first one or the second
Oh,
one?
any of them.
Oh, look, that's...
The first one, yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I don't like that. If you got ice powers, you got nothing to be sad about. You can literally go to a town that's like, "Hey, be my friend," and they're like, "No." And I'm like, "Okay."
The main thing
and
is,
then you get ice powers over to the next town.
both her parents die, and then in learning that she has ice powers, she does freeze her entire home.
Oh.
Does that
and
count?
almost
Well, that
kill
was
her
a bad
family.
decision.
She does
because
almost
of
kill her whole
powers.
family.
Yeah.
Why did she do that? She needs to get control of her ice powers.
Well, that's what the
That's
first...
kind
She
of
should take a
That's-
page
that's
out
the-
of X-Men.
Well, that's what the
If
first...
only
Be like
there was a
Iceman.
movie.
Well, that's what the first film's about. That's exactly what the first movie's all about.
I hate it when people have powers and they just don't know how to use them. Because I always just think just like if I had those powers, I know exactly what to do.
Right.
It annoys me.
Okay.
K-Dogs. Most negative thing about the film.
I think my biggest negative thing about the film was how forced some plot points were. Also, I fucking hate Olaf, but one of the he's just such a little annoying prick to me. Like, he's only there for comic relief, and everything he does to me just falls flat. But there's this thing that he keeps saying where he's like, everybody's going through a transformation. Everybody will be different at the end. We're all going to learn something. No one, just the two sisters, and even then, they're the same. But I think,
Christoph got enough balls to propose.
No, but especially Christoph developed the least.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally a moment where, like, that whole ballad he has, it's fucking pointless. It's literally, so in this movie, he's trying to propose to one of the sisters, and he keeps mucking it up and missing his opportunity. And then the sister goes off on an adventure, and he feels all sad, and then he has a big ballad about how sad he is, and how he's not sure. And then, just at the end of the film, he's okay again. Nothing else happens.
It doesn't actually kind of
Doesn't
come
touch
to
on
fruition
anything.
at all.
Does he
Nothing
go on the
happens.
adventure with him?
Not
No.
really, no.
Wait.
No.
Does she tell him she's going on an adventure?
No, she kind of just leaves.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Why?
Well,
and he has this big ballad about being left behind, but then she comes back and he, like, the next scene is him proposing, and then...
Ugh.
It's a misunderstanding. So he goes off to prepare a amazing proposal, but she thinks that he's just left. So then she leaves. So then he comes back and is like, "Oh, she left." It's
John,
yeah.
didn't you say at the beginning of this podcast it wasn't just a love story?
Yeah, because that's not the forefront of the film. That's one of
Yeah,
the side
that's-
quests that gets ignored.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is there's so many things that they try to force feed you about plot points with this.
Yeah.
Especially with character progression, that it didn't need... Like, you didn't need those extra points that they were trying to force us, and as
Yeah,
a result,
definitely.
they didn't come to fruition anyway. That, and I think the songs for this fell a lot. They were just... It really felt like they were trying to replicate beat for beat every song in the first movie.
Yeah.
They were like, all right, well, here's a second version of, like, in the first movie, there's like a song for each kind of moment or scene or chapter of the first film. In this
Yeah.
one, they do the same thing, but even the songs sort of mirror the same vibe and tone the whole way through.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I totally agree with that. The thing that I picked up on in this, there's only 4 people that ever sing, really.
Yeah.
Like, there's like a humming part that other people do, but really it's only the 4 people sing, whereas in the first one you've got a few more different people singing, and it's a few more styles of song as well. Like, I don't think there's any song in here besides maybe the Snowman's one at the start that is a different genre besides ballad. They're all kind of ballady. They're all trying to make the new Let It Go kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas in the first one, you've got kind of some fun upbeat ones as well as the ballads, and it kind of makes a better mix. So I think this one was just a bit too narrow in its musicality.
It was really them just throwing darts at a dartboard and hoping one of them hits 100. It's just every one of these songs will be a ballad and one of them will sell.
But it's the
Is there
same coloured dart.
100 on the dartboard? I don't think there is.
No, there's a 50, but you can get double points on a 50, so you can get up.
I don't think you can get double points on a 50. You can get triple 20. That's the best you can get. 60 points.
Hey, Brody.
You want ice cubes chucked at your face?
Shut the fuck up. Angus, do you have anything else to say about this film?
Yes, yeah, I do.
Man.
The other negatives that I had was there's not really a bad guy. The closest thing we get is the granddad who's already dead, and it's just like a past mistake that he made, and he like turns out to be a bad person, but there's no real redemption
No one
for
gets
him.
comeuppance or anything like that.
Yeah, nothing like that, and I guess that is the problem with trying to go outside of the cookie cutter. Arc is that some things that
You gotta know what
expect,
to bring and what to leave.
Yeah, like some things you expect to happen just don't really come to happen. So in the first one, you have that twist at the end where the one that she thought she loved actually turns out to be a bad guy. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, I hate this guy. Like, and it's nice to have someone to hate in the
That was a really
in the
awkward. I remember
thing.
seeing that movie, like when it came out in 2013 or whatever, with a girlfriend at the time, and I remember like watching that movie together and being all cute and being like, "It's like us," and then he turned out to be like a horrible bad guy, and I was like, "Oh, she's
Sorry.
in for a fucking ride."
Yeah,
'cause
are
I'm
you
a
with that
horrible-
girlfriend anymore?
No,
Or-
no, I'm an absolutely horrible bloke. The few things that felt really weird for me is there's 2 characters in this. There's a young male character and a young female character that are weirdly focused upon, but only for about 8 minutes, and then nothing happens. They never interact. You don't know the names. There's a part where, Christoph is the male guy. He makes a best friend.
From that, does he deliver the mail?
yeah. Like he makes a best friend, and then nothing. And then there's also like on the flip side of that coin, there's a female who talks to Anna, and also nothing comes from that. And that was just weirdly focused on for no reason.
Yeah, it's odd because like you'd assume new story, you want to introduce new characters because obviously the characters that we're already following, we've seen their arc already, so you'd assume they'd put in new characters, and it felt like they were setting it up.
It's like they went to and then they forgot.
But nothing happened, and then they were just at the end going, I guess they did it.
They cut out like all their
Cool.
scenes. What would have
Yeah.
been great is if they did have a whole arc, and at the end, like it cuts back, and one of them's like got a beard, and the other girl she's missing an arm or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're like, the fuck happened to them?
Yeah,
It's just like cut out the
whoa.
whole arc.
Yeah.
What was the other thing? The other thing is, and I don't know how factual this was, but I had heard that it had been announced that they were going to unveil their first like gay and or lesbian character in this film.
Right.
And nobody had sort of assumed that it would be Elsa or Anna or something like that, but I didn't really care about it, but because it had been like consistently brought up over the past 2 years of this movie coming out, I was sort of waiting for it. And again, I don't care that there isn't, but I felt like I was told that there was.
Yeah.
And then when they introduced this other female character and stuff, I'm like, or this other like guy, I was like, oh, I guess they're gonna create another character and be like, and he's gay.
Yeah.
But like, so I don't know. Like, it's
Yeah,
not
I
really a
wonder if
negative of
that's-
the film. It's a negative of the publicity the film received. But
Yeah,
it's just-
I wonder if that was specifically from them, or if it was just the
whether
media
it's,
extrapolating
or
and
whether
just being
just like fan fiction coming up with it and
Yeah,
it's spreading.
yeah, exactly.
I don't. Yeah, so I, can't
reckon
fault the
Disney's
film for
just
it.
so afraid. I reckon
yeah,
Disney
probably.
is just so afraid. Like, same
Yeah.
thing with the Marvel thing. Oh, the first ever gay character to be in a Marvel film. Oh, it's me. I'm a side character that you only see in one scene.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Go
yeah,
broke or
yeah,
go home.
I do agree with that. Yeah, character. There wasn't as much character development in this one because we've
I
already
would
seen
say
like
very little. I think
Yeah.
the only character development we really got was maybe Elsa and her character development felt a little empty because it was about her feeling empowered, and that's what the first film already kind of was.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like, oh, I thought she already felt empowered. Also, she has powers. She couldn't be more empowered. She's the most empowered.
She's literally
Nice
the strongest
power, man.
being.
And then when they killed Olaf, I cheered, and then they brought him back, and I was real disappointed. So the fucking snowman dies, Brody.
Yes.
But then they bring him back with magic.
Of course they do. Yeah.
Wait, who has the magic? Is there like a wizard?
No, I guess that's another problem that I have.
Elsa.
Is Elsa's, she has frozen power, like snow powers, but also she can just do anything else. And sometimes using the powers drains her, and sometimes she can freeze entire cities without a problem. That's fucking good job for turning off your phone.
Yeah, Brody.
I will wreck
But
you.
it's just one of those things where it's like, I can forgive it for this type of film, but it's like, she has frozen powers, and sometimes, like, you know, doing something really small takes a lot of energy. And then sometimes she has just any magical kind of powers where the water has memories, and so she can look into the past or whatever.
Yeah.
Some of it's really obscure.
She struggles to make it over a wave, but then stops a tsunami from hitting her.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've got into it enough.
Fine. It's fine.
It's fine. I think...
Your kid will like it.
Yeah, I think what I'm seeing from this is, like, you can do a good sequel, but it's never going to be as good as the original. And I think the things that I
Empire
really
Strikes
liked about...
Terminator 2.
Sorry.
The thing...
Batman the Dark Knight.
They're the only three. No, like seriously, they're the only three.
In general terms, sequels are bad.
Yeah.
The majority of sequels are pretty bad. This one's alright, but I think really, like, having
Two
an
Towers.
original concept
Two Towers.
is so
Sorry,
much
they're
better.
the only four. They're the only four.
They're the
Angus.
only
Keep going.
four.
Keep going.
Respect your seniors.
Spider-Man 2.
You know what, Angus? I'm jealous of all the people who haven't met you.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2.
That's right.
Alright.
They're the only four, though. They're the only four.
Five. Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2.
Anyway, we're going to leave that there for our review of Frozen 2. That was our very last episode. Thank you for listening to the Films Lives podcast. It's been a fantastic ride. And, I guess this is it. Merry Christmas, everyone, and goodbye.
Good luck
See you
on
next
all
week.
your
We're doing Star
endeavors.
Wars, everybody.
No, we're not.
No.
No, I'm cancelling the podcast.
It's the end of the podcast.
I've had enough.
We're doing Star Wars. See you next week,
100
everybody.
episodes.
100 episodes,
It's
we're
a
done.
neatly tied bow. It's either you do 100 or you do 104. And that's it.
Oh, we'll do 104 then. Alright, so we've got 4 left. Star Wars, everybody. See you next week.
Thank you for listening to the Films Lives podcast. You can reach us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff.
Yep.
And remember,
Please
when it
message
gets
me on
cold...
Facebook. Fuck, put on a jumper.